My name's Lydia Yeoman, and the script that I'm on this year's Brit List for is Confinement. Confinement is a psychological thriller about Claire, who is a capable but arrogant surgeon. And after a strange encounter with a patient goes horribly wrong, Claire ends up in prison for manslaughter. There she discovers that she's pregnant and must undergo pregnancy and childbirth in an environment in which she has no privacy and no control. It's part magical realism, part body horror, part medical drama. I really wanted to write a show about a uniquely female experience, one that really tapped into the sort of surreal nature and feeling of pregnancy. Although it's set in a prison, it's less of a prison drama and more of a kind of psychological battle. It's about bodily autonomy and the way that childbirth feeds into these systems of power, both within the medical community, but then also with society more generally. At the moment, I am developing a broad range of projects that are sort of various stages of development. So I'm working with various production companies, both on my original slate and my original projects, but also adapting various forms of IP. When I'm not writing or developing, then I may be in a room or I may be teaching, and I'm also working towards my PhD, which I'm really hoping to finish this year. So I tend to start with the big idea first. I like something with a really strong central metaphor and build out from there. So with Confinement, the big idea was I really wanted to explore how disempowering pregnancy can feel. So where's the worst place to be pregnant? It's prison, right? Where that disempowerment is made literal. And with Confinement, it was, how does pregnancy make you feel? Well, it makes you feel disoriented and it makes you feel a little crazy. So of course that's got to be told through a psychological thriller. So all of my projects end up in very different genres and with very different structures and very different worlds, because everything is in service of that big idea and comes from that. So everything I write is very, very different. Currently, all the projects that I have in development at the moment are for television, but I am also interested in film, both shorts and features, and I'm personally working on a new short film script at the moment. At the moment, I'm a little bit obsessed with half-hour dramas. I think there's something really compulsive about them. And I love a good ensemble drama, but there's something really kind of compelling about a half-hour drama where it's pure A storyline. And I think there's something I think that's the future of television drama. And the idea of just writing one story compulsively is something that I'm really interested in doing. And I'm currently developing a couple of ideas that kind of fit that format. But in general, I'm just open to anything that's a little bit sticky or a little bit thorny or a little bit complicated, but also a little bit funny, because no matter how hard I try when I write, it just always ends up just a little bit funny.